Imagine you're a farmer out in the field doing things to the plants. So this could be really valuable crops, and you could be applying chemicals or pesticides in the hope that you get better yields. The reality is that you would only know the impact of your action in a matter of weeks, where it could be too late to intervene already. The vision that we have is to begin to think about the use of agricultural nanosensors to gather meaningful data that can enable you to better drive decisions. And so we call this plant nanobionics, or the use of sensors within plants to gather dynamic data so as to drive decisions forward. The way we approach this problem is to use something called a corona phase molecular recognition principle. And the way we have approached this is to start designing nanosensors, or very small sensors, based on carbon nanotubes, where we then wrap it with amphiphilic polymers. So these are polymers with a hydrophobic and hydrophilic section, and each of them are specifically designed such that upon wrapping around the single-walled carbon nanotube, they form a particular corona phase. And upon introduction of analytes, what happens is that there will be a change in emission spectra. So you either get an intensity change, quenching, or wavelength shift depending on the analytes and the polymers that you use to wrap the nanotubes with. So each analyte will have a distinct signature that you can accurately monitor thereafter. We then try to apply this technology to the field and within plants through 3 distinct steps. The first step is to design and localize these nanosensors within plant tissues, cells, and organelles. Next, we then examine the use of these sensors within plant tissues through biochemical sensing pathways to really study the impact of these sensors within a plant and if they are able to detect things around and within the plant. And if you really want to use these sensors in the field practically, we need to start thinking about how to get these plants to talk to us. And there we have done a lot of work in showing that you can use infrared communication to cross this plant nanomaterial and human interface to enable plants to talk to you. So the way we have proven this technology and the way this technology would work is that you start off with a plant embedded with nanosensors, and then you start reading it. We have 2 distinct spots, a reference and a sensor spot. On the introduction of analytes, you get real-time data where the sensor spot would start responding. So you can see this sweeping interface where you can monitor and then calibrate it to get distinct signals from your sensors and to tell you information about the analyte. So we have started progressing this forward, and this has been part of an upcoming new center in Singapore called the Disruptive and Sustainable Technology for Agriculture Precision. And here I am, Min Hao Wong, and I'm happy to share with you plant nanobionics.